Salutations, everyone! Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3. I'm Lord Forwind. We're trying to grind this out before the Chaos Dwarves release. Anyway, Vlad is basically eternally fighting battles at this point. Progress not really being made. It's just death. Time after time after time. But we've got 9 armies to fight with 8 armies. Plus our really useless ally. Zombies are useless at this point. On the other hand, we've been expanding lately into Kislev because they attacked our ally. They attacked our ally. So we might as well just keep pushing, I guess. Maybe wipe out Kislev. Push against Krakadrak. We get that. That makes our endgame much easier, because then all we really have to do is get a single army down here to Barkvar and occupy it. Obviously, the challenge is to get there. So, we're all set up for this turn to process, and let's see what Havoc erupts once I do that. Okay, well, the Cult of Sigmar that ended up in my lands is not stopping, even though they're going to die in a turn or two. And so far, we've gotten through 2 of the major dwarves without a battle. I'm just dreading the day the Ancestral Throng shows up. Ironbrow didn't attack us either. Okay. So, do we dare advance with 5 armies? 6 armies into 9? Suppose if I do constant ambushes, I might have a shot. And, oh my gosh, we just got attacked by the Wood Elves. Oh boy. The Wood Elves who own land right on our borders. So now I've got to kill them. Hey, at least it's easier than fighting dwarves, right? We're still only ranked like 4th in the world in strength, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. It starts to become a question of who's stronger. Plus leadership. Always handy. So, first things first. Let's keep hunting the Sigmarite armies so they don't actually regain lands. And oh my gosh, they've decided to run into the middle of my empire. I'm sorry if I sound rather frustrated. The fact they just do this, and in the end, they're just going to die fighting a single garrison. It's just pointless. Okay. We're going to try another assassinate on another dwarf agent, if we can. Come on. Find him already. Oh, only a 13% chance, and we failed. Okay. Let's advance as much as we safely can. All sitting in ambush. All being smart and clever. Probably up the ambush chance, to be honest. Maybe if I'm lucky and I just move as one giant mass stack, I can get to the dwarf settlements. They're oddly enough not jumping the mountain range, which is kind of annoying, actually. On the other hand, that does mean I can bring my armies around. The problem is I have a feeling as soon as I leave, they're going to start jumping mountain ranges. Oh well. There's only so little I can do there. Do you want peace yet? No. You still don't want peace. I'm sorry, but there is a point at which you kind of look at the AI and go, are you stupid? And I think I've hit that point a while ago, to be honest. They're not going to take any of these settlements I've taken. They're not making any progress, and yet they still want to keep fighting. They have none of their Kislev. They don't have any of their legendary great settlements anymore. So they're all into their weak units, and they still want to keep fighting. Oh, frustrating. Now I've got to go deal with Durthu invading my lands. And I can't afford to raise another army unless I lose armies fighting against the dwarves. Interesting they didn't actually bother to take Ockendorf. I mean, it was death if they did. I would just counterattack, but still. Oh, I haven't been collecting taxes out here. Oops. I probably did that when I invaded and haven't checked since. Okay, well, we've advanced. We still need Barak Var, and we still need Karaza Karak. Let's see what chaos the dwarves bring this round. Okay, here come the battles. So, first battle, 1 dwarf army versus 1, 2, 3, 4 dwarf armies. Decisive victory. Healed up. Okay, that was the first battle. Second battle, 1 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Second battle. Okay, we survived. Somehow. Ironbrow is retreating, it appears, based off the fact their units move back. We're actually causing some trouble now with corruption, finally. It's a shame it took that long. And unsurprisingly, Durthu has decided to invade my land with a really strong army. 2 really strong armies. Oh boy. One mercy about fighting the Wood Elves is they only have so many settlements. And raised another settlement up north, did the Norska. All of a sudden, they're throwing a lot at me. That, I think, was dumb on their part. I hope it was dumb on their part. They didn't actually take the settlement. Darn. I wanted them to take the settlement. Erengrad is under siege. I'm not worried. What I am worried about is Durthu causing trouble. So many things gained. So many things gained. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, first things first. Kick that army out of my lands, please. Yeah, they couldn't win the battle anyway. I don't even know why they bothered launching the siege. At some point, I'm going to have to go kill the Norska. But Durthu is the problem. Durthu and the dumb Cult of Sigmar that has 4 lords and 2 units, but still can take out half my settlements. Oh, this is unusual. Oh, sorry, they're not fighting each other. I was going to say, I thought they were fighting each other momentarily. Vlad. Okay, let's smash some dwarf armies. We have the numbers now. We should be able to win these battles with decisive victories. It's only taken us how many turns now to actually get all our units together? Some horrific number. Wow. 2 levels. That is a lot for one Vampirus. Oh, wow. Even you leveled up a couple times. Impressive. Unless it's a low-level Necromancer, I've just given up on leveling them up, let's be honest. It doesn't matter. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. My only problem is the dwarf armies are within reinforcement range of each other. Okay, he backed off. Now we have to go through the very annoying process of moving my armies up 2 inches on all fronts so that they're now in range of the other army. And they retreat once more. Okay. 2 retreats. Let's take out the army then. They can't get away this time. They've already retreated once. Did this guy gain XP from them retreating? I don't think he would have. Odd. Okay, we'll attack. I'm not using Vlad, because Vlad can solo an army, so we want to use him against the other army. If it comes to that on its own. But first I gotta level up everybody again. Talk about stupid. They just fight one battle, they all level up, so now I gotta level them all up again. I'm not complaining too much, at least I'm winning the battles, but... Oh wait, you can be leveled up. If we can break this dwarf army here, which we should be able to push on to Karakdrak. Because now we've basically wiped out all the armies in the area. At least all the major ones. There's obviously a couple other armies, but the big grouping has been broken. Vlad kills you off. And more leveling up to be done. I think part of the reason they're leveling up is because I have so much mentorship going on. They just keep spreading the level ups between them. I mean, I'm not complaining about that. It's interesting how some of them can march so much further than the others. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 armies left. But we did just smash some. So I guess we call that a win. I really want to get Barak Bar. It's the last big one we need. But first, let's see if we can assassinate that dwarf. There we go. Nice. All the assassinates. Use that as bait. So. Oops. Come on. So we have 5 armies advancing east. We got 2 there. We got 1 coming. All right. That's progress, I guess. what I'd like to do is get the Ackendorf to level 2, and then I can put a garrison building in it. So, we have to keep chasing this army, don't we? Durthu is right there. I guess I need to raise another army to kill off Durthu if he's going to advance. Or 2 armies. I don't have a ton of income anymore. I've been using it all up. Okay, what do we want to do? I think I moved all these guys. Yep. Each turn, it just takes such a long time. I never know if I've moved everything. Can I beat you? I can. I don't lose anything. Perfect. Give me some money. And some healing. Trying to keep my armies as cheap as possible, but in order to have anything good, you have to spend 500 to get a single good unit. Let's see, I can upgrade. I'm only going to upgrade some capitals for a bit because we've got that invading Durthu that's going to take all my settlements. If I'm not careful. It's interesting how we make progress on one front, and as soon as we make progress on one front, the other fronts suddenly become more dangerous. The anti-player bias in this game needs some work. Seriously. Great Orthodoxy is basically dead, and they still are determined to keep fighting. Okay, so we'll keep pressing on Karakakaraz, or however you want. The main dwarf, the blue dwarf faction there. The main dwarf, the blue dwarf faction. I think all the dwarf factions are basically blue, with the exception of Grombrindles. And the Slayer Kings. We'll push on the King of the Dwarf, the High King of the Dwarves faction. That's what we'll work on. Durthu expands once more. His army, this army right there, is almost equivalent, if not better, than a dwarf army, which is a bit of a problem. No dwarf attacks. No dwarf attacks whatsoever. That is wonderful. And we actually had a pretty efficient turn for processing as well. Okay. It is now a matter of advancing on the dwarves. So, first thing first, let's colonize here. So that we now don't have as bad attrition in these lands. Actually, how bad is that attrition? It's not too bad. It hurts, but it's not crippling. So let's advance, I guess. I find it interesting the AIs are grouping all their armies together, which feels slightly strange. Which feels actually very strange, to be honest. Colonize that. Obviously, we'll have to send troops to defend it, but hey, another dwarf settlement gained. And they retreat. Good. Good, 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 good. For the moment, they've been driven back. That is going to be our bait army. Okay. Okay, I think we caught the Sigmarite army. Yeah, we did. Right. Pyrrhic victory. Oh my god. The heroes in this game is a little ridiculous. I mean, this is one of my weaker armies, let's be honest, but still. The casualty rate was horrific. There we go. That army is no longer a weak army. There's no point in keeping a weak army on the field. That one's training, that one's being upgraded. We're going to advance into Kislev. Even more, even though I don't want anything to do with Kislev. I would have happily let Kislev fight Chaos until the end of the game. I do have to remember to let Dreicha get a settlement out here, though. That way the ally actually has a base. Let that heal. I feel like the map has shifted again. Yeah, it had. There we go. Okay, now we got the map straight again. So, high casualty rates, but we only have 3 dwarf armies in front of us, along with 4 dwarf armies, along with these guys. I don't know why these guys are even involved. I wonder if I can trade them a settlement for a peace treaty. No. Odd that they're hiding with the dwarf armies. They're not even allied to the dwarves. Okay, let's see how things go. I'm feeling good about this. No attacks from the dwarves, but again, another attack from Durthu. Which is fine. As long as he doesn't take one of the dwarf homelands. If he does, I'm going to be furious. Thankfully, his settlements suck to defend, though. We can always counterattack. But I think, fingers crossed, knock on wood, all that, we've won this turn. Or next turn. Also, let's point out the dwarf detected every single one of my ambushers without single hero. Hate that. Nope, I select the Banshee. There we go. Damage walls. Success. Okay. The walls have been damaged. Let's start our advance. We'll lead the assault with Vlad for sure. Brand. Well, actually, no, they didn't detect all of them. One of my armies was undetected. And we won. I think we've won. I may have just won. I may have just won. We just killed their army outside of their settlement. Assuming the dwarfs didn't take the other one, we have occupied it. And did we win? Did we win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We lost one. They took this settlement. Oh boy. Okay. One more turn then. One more turn then. Okay, we almost won. It's annoying. We just have to take the last settlement. I forgot that that one was not a high-level settlement. Okay, can we smash this army? We cannot. Can we retreat? No, we cannot. Okay, we're going to lose another settlement. Can't do anything there. Let's raise an army in Blackstone Post then and retake that settlement. I'll deal with the aftermath of taking the dwarf capital after this. I just want to make sure I raise the army first. Okay, that should be able to take Kark-Ziflin back. That we won. So happy for a moment. Okay, so nice. Most of my armies didn't even take damage. That's because that's how many troops I deployed there. Absolutely crazy. In the end, I think the Graveguard with great weapons certainly helped. But I think we won mainly just due to sheer numbers. Which, to be fair, we are vampires. Even if you play any of the undead factions, you pretty much win through numbers. Oh, wow, 4 level ups on this guy from that battle. What do you get? 2. Big battle. Definitely a big battle then. I mean, that was a 3 dwarf armies. Not including, obviously, including their capital settlement. Garrison. So, that's that area secured. I'm going to do ambush. I'm actually going to retreat from here. We're going to take Forest of Gloom. Just so that there's no empty settlements nearby. Terrible settlement, by the way. One of the worst settlements in the game for everyone except for the Wood Elves. Wait, I can still level you up more. 2 more levels, wow. Okay. We've got that army raised there. We got that army raised there. Do I continue invading Kislev? Why the heck not? Let's take Hell Pit. Oh, we can't get to the Hell Pit. We'll take the Hell Pit next turn if we don't win. So, I suspect we're going to lose Marienburg, but that's all we need is to take that 1 settlement back. I'm going to be very curious if the AI somehow try and rush an army in to defend that settlement, even though they're not allies. Oh, and even more conveniently, the dwarves tried to attack us and died. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I almost wish we could go, we would go another like 3 or 4 turns so I can just finish off the stupid dwarves. But it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Especially not when I can't beat their underway armies. It does not appear they have rushed any army in, but here's the key. Nope, he didn't rush any armies in, which means we should win on this turn. Which will be good. I've won 1 other campaign on beating the endgame. Actually, sorry, I should say I've won several beating the endgame. This is the first one I've won as the Vampire Counts with Vlad. I did it before with Manfred. That was much easier. So much easier to conquer that area here. Dwarventide for the vampire sucks, but also Dwarventide when you're literally surrounded by mountains is even worse. That should be a win. I'm going to guess it is because it just showed me the ultimate campaign victory. So here we go. Okay, it's already moving fast. Well, I'll let that process it all. I am curious, and I'll look at the statistics afterwards of how many armies I lost. I'm going to guess this was probably, outside of a Tomb King campaign, the most armies you can lose and still be winning pretty much the whole time. We had that one period of crisis when we had the initial dwarf invasion where we lost 4 or 5 settlements. Outside of that, though, we pretty much kept expanding the whole time. And I love how we just casually swatted Kislev at the end. You know, no effort. It's just like, okay, well, let's go kill Kislev because why not? that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised how weak they were, considering they've been fighting chaos the whole time. It was also very dumb of them. So, all the memories of just even fighting the initial Empire Wars. That was quite a war we had with the Empire there, wasn't it? Where we, it was back and forth for a while, and then all of a sudden, and I don't know why, they just fell apart. All of a sudden, it was like they had no troops left. We just occupied like 5 settlements really quickly. It was very strange. I think having my subject run around with an army there, Templehof, was a good call in the end, because even though they didn't take anything, they did have another army on the map, which the AI has to react to. And they did occupy a couple settlements back and forth. By and large, they just served as more of a distraction and money and trade partner. That's the other thing. We traded with them virtually the whole game. And that was some good money. There we go. Finally. Turn 30, we finally got the moot. That was a slow progress. This is going to take forever, isn't it? Still, I suppose I can revel in the fact that we did win. So, the next thing is Chaos Dwarves. It looks like people want me to play as, like, one of the Chaos Dwarves in particular. So, that will be fun. And, you know, hilariously, I will have managed to complete this, like, the day before Chaos Dwarves come out. Or you guys will see it, like, the day or so before. That is rather perfect timing. I am sorry it did manage to take, 5 months to do a single campaign? Haven't been feeling well. Still not feeling great, but I managed to rally today to finish this off. People want me to play Zatan the Black. And the only other one that's even close is Belagar Ironhammer. Take the 8 peaks and then go after the Chaos Dwarves. He isn't even a Chaos Dwarf, people. Whatever. But Zatan the Black's winning with 26% of the vote. Asgroth Ironhand is in the 20s. Belagar's 23. And then the Ashen guy, Draz Horoth, is only like 16% at the moment. So, I know who I'm going to play. That should be a fun campaign. There we go. We're finally starting to see the expansion in the time lapse. Oh, yeah. I remember how annoying the Slayer King was now, thinking back on it. That guy was a pain to kill, wasn't he? Or actually, the real pain was Azog, the guy with the crown of sorcery. That was a huge pain. Huge pain. Only 57. Wow. Boy, we were stalled out there for ages, weren't we? No growth whatsoever. Finally, we got some of the growth coming in. I didn't realize how long our time for initial expansion took. And with the fall of Altdorf, that was the collapse of the Empire for sure. It was all downhill for the Empire from there. It's kind of interesting how the Empire pretty much lost all its northern settlements without me getting involved at all, but could still fight me. Drycha, definitely best ally I could have gotten there. You know, I guess I should let you guys watch this all, but I'm almost tempted to just start clicking forward turns myself, considering how long this is taking. Okay, so we've pretty much killed the Empire. Where was the Bretonnian counterattack? Should be coming pretty soon. In the end, I think our solution was wherever we sent Vlad, we tended to win battles. If we didn't send Vlad somewhere, we struggled. There we go. Now we broke through into Bretonnia. Bretonnia fell really fast once we actually got going. Oh yes, that was the counterattack of Nuln, I think, there that stalled us out. And the dwarves killed off the other people in the area. Yeah. It's been so long thinking back on it. Yeah, it was the counterattack of the people who own Nuln caused us some trouble. And then I think we had to kick out the Wood Elves, didn't we? We also had some great allies. The other two allies that were good were Clan Scryer and Aranessa Saltspite. Those two proved pretty good. Everyone else of our allies tended to get crushed on their own by the dwarfs. We were allied to Queek Headtaker, who owned a massive amount of the map, and he died on his own pretty much. Couldn't help him. I felt kind of bad, but hey, he's the one who couldn't handle a Dwarventide. Although the Skaven should have done better than some of the others because they have the gun units, but maybe I guess the AI doesn't use them right there. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. Anyway, I'm going to shut up until this comes to an end, and then we'll look over the statistics, because I am curious as to how high they were. Well, considering how long this has taken, I think I'm just going to do the turns myself here. Oh, wait, I've got to do it that way. So let's see. 104, 105, 106. So let's see. That was the Dwarventide. Look at how far they managed to get into my territory. And then after that, it was just a war over the moot. Everybody loves the moot. And then finally, we managed to push them out and wiped out Kislev. And then it was just... Solution in the end was those 7 or 8 armies. Just march on their capital. Finishing them off would have been relatively easy at that point. And obviously we don't care that we lost land to the Wood Elf because they would be easy to kill. So statistics. 185 turns. All told we held 75. I don't know why it says 74 here. Captured 182 settlements. Lost 83. Ay, ay, ay. 334 buildings, 39 technologies. Most wars we had going at once was 19. 15 currently. We killed 12, mainly dwarves. Highest income. Nice. Good amount of money. Armies. Most we had was 13, and that was at the end. Lords killed 190. Oh, yay, yay. Does that mean... Does that mean we lost 190? No, we didn't. Here we go. Battles fought personally. Fought 22. That's high for me. 2,583 units just lost. 4,216 destroyed. Whew. Crazy. There we go. Total victories. 277. We only had 6 heroics. Intercepts weren't a lot. It was a lot of minor settlements. Losses, 162. Ay, ay, ay. Obviously, the minor settlements were dangerous. Absolutely crazy. Only lost 5 heroes, though. We should have probably built some more heroes. But we assassinated 33 enemies. That made a huge difference. So anyway, that is our empire in the end. And if we want to see what our allies controlled... a decent amount here, because we did ally those Bretonnians at one point. And I think... Did Queekhead Taker survive? He did! Everybody, Queek survived. Oh, how cute. Totally useless. As did... Who is this? We were also allied to somebody over here, but I guess he died. So anyway... Basically... Except to the east, we were at war with everybody. And... Nobody really liked us. That was pretty crazy. Climate suitability, mainly in our own lands, if you're curious about that. And in terms of, let's see, we should be able to do vampiric, right? Vampiric corruption. That was basically it. So we did push a little bit on some of their lands, but it's too easy to purge corruption these days. It's far too easy. So, anyway, thank you guys all for watching. If you guys watched all this far, give yourself a big round of applause. If you lasted this long, I am very impressed. Then realize you got to see less than half of the amount of time and effort I put into this recording. And start to realize, maybe I should do something more productive with my life. Probably not. See you guys with the Chaos Dwarves. Should be about... tomorrow, and then we'll do some guides for them. So see you guys all then, and look forward to guides, Chaos Dwarves, and the 3.0 update stuff. See you guys all then. Bye for now.